What's going on, you guys? Team Shooting Rose, and we're back at you guys with another video. You know who I am. Kami, the persona of the channel. Of course, accompanied with me, as always, Jackie Boy, the architect of the channel. How we doing today, buddy?
We are looking into the stars, reading all the chapters, looking for the perfect fairy tale.
Just let your mind loose from the noose, duck drunk off the goose, thinking that I'm too pop, getting caught with a few thoughts, cause I'm too lost. Off the speakers can't even handle me, giving what I got, nobody's gonna drain my energy, and I will never stop, I'm motivated by enemies, setting up shop so everybody remember me, and no I am not going through life regretfully, I'd rather work non-stop, what they call incessantly, than work some odd job, just to live life pleasantly, already got lost in my mind, not a fantasy, I'm getting with a forgotten soul, so stop, drop, and roll, you lost all control, and pop off your ball, I got squat, I fold, I'm not bought, I'm sold, my stock rocks, it's gold, hey knock knock, she holding shit, talk to close, I ain't stopping though, it's hip hop, you know, or is it rock and roll, I'm not dropping down, no my pocket's grown, you can't stop the show, so get rockin' on. So let me break it all down for you, I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up, taking that crown from you, I ain't worried about you, I ain't never. So let me break it all down for you, I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you, I ain't worried about you, I ain't here to make friends. Yeah. I ain't never slowing down, keep on going till I'm found. No, I'm never slowing down, cause we're blowing up now. I ain't never slowing down, keep on going till I'm found. No, I'm never slowing down, cause we're blowing up. Hard words like a weapon, attack with no questions. In my own section, and they still disconnected, cause their mind's been infected, and they're filled with objection, too filled for recollection, so we're losing all attention. They don't know I'm in contention, cause I'm gaining their attention, cause I'm making a connection. Lyricism and aggression got me feeling my ascension, in my passion, my profession, I'm attacking my obsession, taking action and progressing. I go off on the enemy, that's what makes them scared of me. Make my plans carefully, then execute them daringly. They say I act recklessly, but that's why I'm effective. See, you can't predict my tendencies, I offer no transparency. Some people think I'm lost, others think I'll be a legend. I'm never gonna stop till I'm one above second, and my thoughts at the top, but my mind stay present. Don't let your dreams stop, cause dreaming is a blessing. They tell me all the same, told me I won't make a name, but it's not about the fame, it's about keeping me sane. So I stay within my lane, feel my blood pump through my veins, feel adrenaline, no pain, welcome all to my domain. Yeah. So let me break it all down for you, I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you, I ain't worried about you, I ain't never. So let me break it all down for you, I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you, I ain't worried about you, I ain't never. So let me break it all down for you, I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you, I ain't worried about you, I ain't never. So let me break it all down for you, I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you, I ain't worried about you, I ain't here to make friends.
Alright, so the thing about Charmers, you generally want to go second, but because it's gonna be basically a a powerhouse beat down deck. So here we're starting with Familiar Possessed Hita, Familiar Possessed freaking Win, Awakening of the Possessed, which is a good it's a good spell card to have in our hand. Fairy Tale Tales, also a good card to have in our hand, and Unpossessed. So we have our three main spell and traps in our hand with two familiars. It couldn't be a better hand. So we're gonna go ahead, see what our opponent does here. We're gonna set 2 and pass. Coming our turn, we're gonna go ahead and draw into Drock. We're gonna go ahead and play our Awakening of the Familiar, or Awakening of the Possessed. So with Awakening of the Possessed, it's a key card into the deck. Awakening of the Possessed gives us 300 attack for each different attribute we control. Charmer and Familiar Possessed monsters that we control cannot be destroyed by card effects. And if a spellcaster monster with 1850 attack is normal or special summon, we do get to draw a card. So again, this is a key card for the quote-unquote beatdown. So now we're gonna go ahead and continue. They're gonna go ahead and actually Ash our Awakening the Possessed, which is going to prevent us from drawing a card from the summoning of Hita, but it's alright, we still get the buff. We're gonna go ahead and set our Unpossessed, play our Fairy Tale Tales. Now with pause for a second. With Fairy Tale Tales, we get to reveal a spellcaster in our hand, spellcaster monster in our hand with 1850 attack, and when we get basically to special summon it for free, and then once per battle, if we take effect or battle damage, as long as we control a spellcaster with 1850 attack, we take no damage. And then with Unpossessed, Charmer monsters we control cannot be destroyed by battle. Familiar possessed monsters that we control, when they attack an opponent's monster, gain 800 attack during damage calculation only. And if basically any of our monsters get destroyed, we get to go ahead and place another one for free. So it is very good combo to use, as you can see. Go ahead, we're gonna go grab our Drock. Now we're up to 2450. They're gonna go ahead and use Mirror Force, but guess what? Mirror Force doesn't affect us because spell and traps do not affect any of our familiar possessed monsters. And they're gonna go ahead and take some early damage, some big damage. So what we're gonna do here? They're gonna go ahead, try to go ahead and get rid of our. Oh, they were playing Sky Strikers. Sky Strikers. I completely forgot about that. They're gonna go ahead and try to get rid of one of our cards, but guess what? Again, familiar possessed creatures or monsters we have do not get affected by effects. So they're gonna go ahead and play Sky Striker Ace, bring out their Sky Striker, activate their effect, bring a card to their hand. And now it's gonna be our turn. We're gonna go ahead and draw into Fairy Tale Luna, another key, another good card for getting certain monsters into our hand. They're gonna go ahead and Ash Blossom though again. Smart move for ashing Fairy Tale Luna, but it's okay. Here it's gonna be a little bit of a misplay because I was trying to see if you could use Luna's effect to get out of an Ash Blossom, but you cannot. So it's all good though. But we are still gonna get our Awakening of the Possessed off, which we actually drew into another Awakening of Possessed. We're gonna play that, get even more damage. So now Sky Striker Ace is gonna go ahead, bring out. I'm gonna attack, and they're gonna negate it. And that is going to be lethal right there. So that's a picture perfect scenario, having two Awakenings out, Unpossessed and Fairy Tale Tales. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward, honestly. So in this duel, we're gonna be going second again. This time we have our the Dark Charmer, which we flip it, we get to take control of a dark monster. So we got our familiar possessed dark. Now our familiars, in this case Gigabyte. Gigabyte, as long as we control a spellcaster monster, we get to go ahead and special summon this from our hand. And if if Gigabyte's destroyed, we get to grab a special summon a monster with 1500 attack and 200 defense from our deck, except Gigabyte. Say we got our Monster Reborn, and again we got Awakening of the Possessed. A pretty solid hand, I will not lie. So let's go ahead, see what our opponent's gonna do. Now from the sleeves, you can already tell that they're running Blue Eyes Chaos or Blue Eyes Max Dragon, and so they set 2 and grab Sonic Bird with grabbing a Ritual, no problem. We draw into another Awakening of the Possessed, even better. So we're gonna go ahead and play 1, play 2. Now here they're gonna try to renew the world. They're gonna try to get their monster for free. Now here's the resolve. Bada bing, bada boom. They pitch 1. We go ahead and bring our Drock out. They play Wakaboo. Smart. They don't take any battle damage this turn. Say we go ahead. We get the Unpossessed, and we get our Gigabyte out, which we're sitting at pretty nicely, 2700, 3050. I like it. So they're gonna go ahead and tribute their trap card to bring out their Ritual monster, which is Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon, or is it Chaos? No, Blue Eyes Max Dragon. Okay, it is Chaos Max Dragon. Okay, I don't know why that confused me there for a second. Now we are in a little bit of a pickle here, but no problem, no problem. We're gonna go ahead, use our Unpossessed ability, bring out Lina for free, and we're gonna draw a card for free, grabbing Spirit Charmers. That's now Spirit Charmers is a pretty clutch card as well. We discard a card, and it's gonna allow us to grab a card, add it to our hand, and set 1 to the field. Which we're gonna grab Awakening, which we're gonna activate. Now we have 3 Awakenings on the field, and we add another attribute. And we're going to use a Monster Reborn to grab their blue eyes that they use to bring out their own Max Dragon. And, yeah, this is about to be a lot of damage coming their way. Go ahead and destroy their Max Dragon. Go ahead and destroy their Sonic Eagle. And guess what? They're open for attack, and boom. Now, that's why I said this deck is a beatdown deck. As long as you have the appropriate cards out, turn 2 or 3, you are going to have 5,500 beaters, and it's going to be beautiful. Now, oh, hold on. Possessed. No, I don't need to edit the deck. No idea. Okay. Now, so with this deck, you didn't really see me go into the extra deck all too often, but the extra deck is there for getting rid of some nuisance. So with our link charmers, okay, they're there to take out of your opponent's graveyard whatever element they are. So generally, you're probably going to be going into either Hita or Lina a lot, depending on what deck you are running against, and using their card to go into a Decode Talker, or if you can go into Access Code Talker. But the play that you want to try to get is to go into Quintet Magician with 5 spellcasters with different names. When it comes out, you get to destroy all cards of your opponent's control. This face-up card on the field cannot be attributed nor used as fusion material. Also, it cannot be destroyed by card effects. So Quintet Magician becomes a hell, depending on how many awakenings you have on the field, becomes anywhere from a 4,800 to a hell 6,200 beater. Mind controls are there to help you set up. Grand Spiritual Art there to help you prevent effects. It only prevents 1 effect per turn, but it does come in clutch. But mainly you want to try to get out your Awakening of the Possessed, Awakening of the Possessed and your Unpossessed as fast as possible, because those are your lifelines for this deck. If your back row is gone, you are going to have a hell of a time. That is the only bad thing about this deck. Your back row is lifeline. Jack, what you think of my Familiar Possessed revamped?
Yeah, the deck was pretty good. Definitely has a lot of recursion with the fairy tales, being able to then you can read throughout to back up your charmers. It's a very strong, very strong beatdown mechanic with which has a special summoning, which is really cool to say. Really cool to say. I didn't really have really anything to say because I was just so impressed watching the video myself.
Thanks, man. I would say, like I said earlier, though, it is very back row reliant with skill drain, Unpossessed, Awakening, Fairy Tale Tales. Like if you have an empty backfield, again, you are going to have a tougher time. Quintet Magician, if you can go into it, go into it. It's just too strong, and it can't be affected by card effects. Or I'm sorry, it can't be destroyed by card effects. So it is good to go into. But with that said, guys, this is the Familiar Possessed revamp deck. Hope you liked it. Make sure you guys drop a like, comment, and while you're at it, subscribe. It's free, helps us out, lets us know if we're doing good. I'm Kami. He's Jack. Together we're Team Toon Rose, guys, and we will see you in that next video. Ciao.